It's Tanya, and I'm here with the layout using the January kits because I'm trying to finish them up before the Feb arrive, and I am using one of the February cut files. This is one designed by Kim Watson, and it's based off the butterfly by Maggie Holmes that come in the embellishment kit. They are fringed butterflies, so she created a fringed butterfly cut file. How clever is that? And yeah, I am battling a little bit here, but only because the paper I'm using is mainly the exclusives that were designed for the January kits, and they are super thick paper. They are, oh, pretty sure that was not grammatically correct. Sis Tanya. The paper is pretty thick. I mean, it's beautiful quality paper. So yeah, I am battling a bit to get just a couple of the sections off, but I get it and it's all good. Now I'm laying it out and I'm thinking, how am I going to do this butterfly? And yeah, evidently I'm not very good at puzzles, because I don't know if you can quite notice, but there's something fundamentally wrong with that butterfly shape. And it was actually my third fringe down. I had them wrong, but I fixed that. And then this was just a trial cut. It's one of the cardstock papers that come in the cardstock add-on. I wasn't too sure how I was going to do it. My initial thought was to take the actual wings of the butterfly and sew them to my pattern papered ones. But then when I had cut it out like that, I thought, hang on, this works so much better. So I'm trying it and seeing, oh, and by the way, that birdie is a kingfisher. Yes, I did also take a couple of birds while we were in the Kruger. Not too many, I must say. The birds they don't really tickle my fancy all that much, but that one did because he's so beautiful. He's a woodland kingfisher. In case you wanted to know, I had to Google that, so I'm fairly certain I'm right. I'd have to ask my brother, he's the big birder. And then I decided, okay, I liked the idea of the, what would it be, the kind of like a stencil of the butterfly. And then I had, that's my last full sheet of paper, I think, from this kit. It's that beautiful, what is it? It's the Moonlight collection. Yes. And so I figured I would use that mainly because if you look at my birdie, his beak is the exact same colour of those feathers, so that tied in nicely. And I am going to put the bits back, and I shifted them up ever so slightly to give you a bit more, not giving you anything, to give my butterfly a bit more of an outline. Oh my gosh, trying to get my words together. I did not sleep well last night. Oh yeah, well, there was the usual snoring, and then I moved away, and my word, but the world is a very noisy place. So yeah, didn't have too much of a good night's sleep. So now I'm trying to string words together and it's just not working. This was actually extraordinarily hard because I want to elevate the fringe ever so slightly, and because they're all split up into little bits, strips, to try and get something underneath them to bring it up was not easy, and that bit was bugging me because it was, standing up. Can't have standing up bits, just not right. And now I've decided to work on my title, and you can see that the fringes, I've pulled them up a bit. In the end, I just used my fingers, it was so much easier. And I had that wild, those are word thickers that came in last month's kit. And I thought, okay, well, wild is good because obviously this is the wild, and I then want to go with something along the lines of so much beauty in the wild, or such beauty in the wild. And I briefly contemplate those white studio calico for the such, but then I think no, it's not big enough. And those gold ones did come with these kits, the January kits, and they're beautiful. And I know, I thought I was being such a rebel because I've got gold and silver on this layout. I am living on the wild side. But it's not a very silvery silver, it's a glittery silver, that beauty. And to be honest, I think it does kind of disappear on the photograph. You'll see in the end. I think you kind of miss it, but it's done now, and I do like how this turns out. I will say that I did specifically choose this photograph because, of course, the colour of the birdie is just perfect with these papers. And I wanted to use that really pretty flowery one at the top. But I felt my poor little birdie was, getting lost, so I figured I better matte him a bit and bring in a bit more of the orangey, and that's what I'm doing there. And now I'm just putting on the beauty. Isn't he cute? Oh, they are such pretty birds. Get a lot of very pretty birds in the world. Human and otherwise. Oh, that was bad. So bad. Now I have decided I'm happy with the arrangement of my title, and when I come to glue down my little birdie, I realize, if I put him underneath the fringe, that elevates the fringe even more. And then I had a brilliant idea. Wait for it. I'm thinking, there we go. So much easier. I can just shove a bit of fun foam underneath all the fringe and it'll elevate it. So I duly do. It's just a tiny bit of dimension, and then I battled with that one a bit. Oh gosh, that was not easy. But I got there in the end. So how is everybody doing? I hope you're all well. I hope whoever does subscribe and watches me to the kits, that is, and watches me, that you've got your February kits and you're super excited about them, because they are just beautiful. In fact, the March ones have already been revealed, and I just tell you, it just keeps getting better and better. Oh, and I did show you there, I gave my butterfly a tail, and now I'm bringing in some of the Moonstruck puffy stickers. I have to say, I have way more embellishments left over than I do paper. I know, it's just crazy how much you get in these kits. It just, it speaks to the hoarder's heart. It really does. But yes, it does also bring up the conundrum of using everything up. But I am persevering. I do like to use most of my kit up before another one arrives. I really do try hard. So I will have to do a killer kit video one of these days when I do get my fave kits, and we can see how well I did. I'm holding myself accountable. So it's just a matter of placing some of these elements around, and that flower was way too big. In fact, most of these are way too big for this. And also, because the pattern paper is quite, what would you say? Well, those flowers are large, so it's quite busy. There we go, there's the term, busy. So it's already quite busy, so I don't want to put too much on, because I don't want to, have that poor photograph which is kind of fading into the background. I don't want it to fade anymore. But I did give my butterfly a kite tail. I just realized that's what it is. It's a kite tail. So I put those enamel shapes down. They come from the One Canoe 2 Hazelwood collection, and I changed the yellow because that yellow is a very bright yellow and it just wasn't going with my color scheme. So I brought in that really lovely smoky blue. Looks like a smoky blue to me. And yeah, so there, it's got a really cute tail. And those enamel dots did come in the December kits as well. And I gave my butterfly a little bit on those, what are they? Antennas, aren't they? I am not going to say any more because I am just showing my ignorance. I tried to bring in some of those words. Those were exclusive as well for the kit, but there's already not too many, but there's already enough words on the layout. I didn't need any more, but I did like putting that hexagon on his body to give him a little bit more, Yeah, now he looks cute. And I top and tail the layout because I felt it needed it. And the last little, sorry about that, that was blurry. Last little bit I'm going to do is use some Heidi Swap Color Shine, her gold one, to splatter all around. And I do believe I just merely put down Kruger 2016 at the bottom there, and there we go. Hope you enjoyed it. I am having a wonderful time with these kits, and as I said, February is on its way, and do come and join us in the Facebook group. We have an enormous amount of fun there, and I'd love to see you there, so pop in and say hi. Thanks once again, and bye-bye.